sir. I'm not sure say a bit me. No, me. All right, yeah, in come for floor. I would me so where me who pass me no ebedi sa enkomoyi. I think I'm very fortunate. Very fortunate. In the last 5 MD CEOs about I'm the first to interview them. Yeah, it just crossed my mind. Wow. Anyways, mene papa bi bedin komo fidie so na academia I come to me interview nimpo if so a PhD holder na nye some became nya some pen so meka enya John consider be ko ni yo de yeah John consider be cry we o PhD in
Happy FM 98.9
computational systems biology TNEPA PhD holder in computational system biology University of Manchester. Also BSc in computer science with business management University of Birmingham. And then call interview near BSA no we wouldn't say we send their question or a founder or a wire money and so remittance platform. I just say Masa omejuma Africa countries be brave and no anejuma what with over 500 plus connections and intimation so emfa and my why and I'm in Edin Kumoyi. Or the new managing director Edema Glorious Accra House of Folk Delali Anku-Adiamah and I'm in Edi Nkumoyi. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy FM 98.9
we academy asemo nti John degrees masters na come on here but it's interesting from biology to sports.
Oh, biology then I did banking first. Banking and tech and then consulting and then football.
Also from biology to banking,
yes,
to technology,
yeah, and then consulting.
And now football.
Yes.
How has the journey been for you?
Oh, are you okay? Are you good? Mekaju Accra. With the cheating fancy.
No problem.
It's okay. But so it's I want to say to you, maybe it's good now. Financial crisis.
Oh, the first or the second one?
Second one.
Okay.
It was bad. National banks need pay for
recession.
Some of us got lucky. Say, oh, Mumbra. More backgrounds in idea, like they like computing, and math near identity.
Happy FM 98.9
That's how I started. To create my hobby as a car. If you're not again a company buy so by tech there. I've been doing tech since I was like 16. That one was straightforward.
So kind of your hobby that eventually became a career?
No, my Mbapa, yeah, computer science.
Oh,
so
it's in the family.
Kind of in the family bisa. I don't know about natural. From there 16, 17, I started doing tech. And then again all the way to university, and then we read a PhD, and it's okay. Let me just go into banking, do tech, and yeah, that's kind of how it kind of continued. If you're not okay, then now I can consult, advise companies on tech and banking.
Banking,
yes.
Very interesting. But the banking industry is young sir.
Oh, banking. Oh, but it was good. It was fun. Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. There's always this conversation, even in Ghana, say, why should people not find themselves in where they've been trained, for instance? We engineers stay in engineering.
Right.
And say, who's engineer be a banking? TB crowder. Do you get some of these things sometimes?
Oh, debut. I mean, say, oh no. With me English for banking.
Yeah.
With me history. With me anything via. It's more the transferable skills. No, you see free. Into go university as how you manage your time, how you complete your assignments near day. If you were to compare like it be a banking versus a history, there are overlaps.
Yeah.
Right. It's more about your skills a bit free. It's not just be a computer and just computer science there.
Yeah.
We do not be a doctor. Seeing about administration, processes, control, how do you manage a team, as opposed to the actual course now.
Yeah, so more of management.
Yeah.
Which principles not running through and found maybe out.
It could be football related, it could be The only say, start football, no is about football quickly. Or start TBR or bank, no is quickly about what it is to operate. Then now you can just transfer those skills from one to the other.
But when your CV, for instance,
Yeah.
PhD was in University of Manchester. Your master's was in Birmingham.
I did the master's actually. So first degree and PhD straight away.
So 5 years DNB.
No, 3 years undergrad and 4 years or 3.5, 4 years PhD. So my master's degree. That looks at But yeah, so now you can do it actually.
But academia is difficult.
It is hard. It's hard.
You lose some part of your social life because, for instance, if from degree straight to PhD means that you let go a lot of things. You didn't have fun.
It's not. PhD wasn't a joke. So every day, that was the time when I made my Manchester. I had to even stop.
Yeah,
because it's too much work.
Now you're Manchester.
Yeah, so I for Manchester United.
Okay,
I've been there from day one. Until when the chance came, I said, you know what? If it's Manchester, there, it's Manchester over any club, any country, any city in the world. And then when I tried to be a volunteer.
Okay, so you volunteered at...
I tried. I'm like, oh no, you should come and do something else. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Maybe the same day, as long as I'm here, dear. So that's how it ended.
So what role did you play at the club?
I was in finance and looking at the, I said, hey, you're more stands. I said, yeah, well, common stands, when you're more the VIP sections where it's glass, but someone has to manage those boxes,
Corporate boxes, no?
Yeah, from the financial point of view, making sure like sponsorship, money is coming in here.
Okay, Manchester, there are many clubs in Manchester. Manchester being okay.
Oh, there's only one club in Manchester.
Not the blue side.
I know, the
red side.
They'll come after me, but there's only one. There's only one.
Manchester United.
Manchester United. Yeah.
Glory, Manchester United.
Like forever, ever. It's only one city, one club in Manchester. They are there, they'll go away, don't worry.
How was it for you working there?
Oh, it was amazing. It's probably one of a very good experience. So you get to know that it is not just football.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think for the fans, you only just watch football, but there's more to it. So you understand the management side of it, what goes in, what goes out, the commercial side is very important. Even when we're not playing football corner, we make money.
How do you make the money?
Oh, those are so many ways. Sponsorships, deals with different companies, banks,
partners,
Asia, there's Africa, there's a whole bunch of continents that you have operations there. You make money from them. And also,
okay, sometimes say it is a competition where I heard that, but we don't look at the history and the processes.
Yeah.
How did that football club, Manchester United, get into this financial machine, generate car, and still stay competitive? The business model changed from just club will be supposed to be just playing football into a money-making venture. How did that happen? And any lessons we can learn from that?
They are very intentional.
Okay.
So, for Zambia, football, look at the stadium.
Yeah.
You can give a naming rights to it. What can we put in the stadium between this car from match days? There are restaurants. They have restaurants. They are like drinks. They have special shops. Right? These are things that you don't even see, but in the back of it now. It is one you're very careful about, or intentional, so is the word, about how to make money. Then you want to say, as a football club, say, oh, Sundays, come and play football and go home. Baby. It's very, very carefully thought about which players that we even sign. You want to sign a player from Asia because they want to go and do a tour in Asia. That tour will give them a lot of money. Like you have your corporate backers every year, they'll give you this amount. Until you have fundraisers nowadays. You have to really think of, say, it's a business.
Yeah.
Money comes in first and money goes out. It is not just a charity, right? And it's not just a football club. You need people, commercial experience, salespeople, marketers. You may say the BI, you may club name. It's very, very, and they do a very good job. Yeah. Every year they call US, they call Asia, they call say the reason for it.
But do you see that also happening in this side of the world? Because it looks like air marketing is a bit different, and as it doesn't do what?
I think we look at things differently. That's my experience so far.
Okay.
A bit major. It's nothing. Say idea slowly we'll get there. Right. I have seen other clubs even in Ghana. You more try to get deals from abroad nowadays. It's possible, but it's all about how you position yourself. Right.
Yeah.
Are we just a football club, and are we trying to be a brand? I think for me, if you ask me, House of Folk is more of a brand, right? It's not just a football club anymore. It's bigger than that, right? We want to be as Ukwevo in Africa, people know who you are, right? Real Madrid is a brand. And that's kind of where we want to try and get to. And again, it's step by step. Let's do one thing first. Let's get the infrastructure in place, as Togo is doing nowadays. And then slowly you start to add the other commercial side, then we'll sort of take it from there.
One of the things that are striking me is how the institution United identify talent and brought that talent into a different department. You applied as a volunteer. But I'm sure they look at your CV and like, no, you belong here, not the other way.
That's what happened, yeah.
How then do we also cultivate that culture of talent retention, talent development, not just on the field of play, but as you said, not just football, but the commercial bit of it, the management bit of it, other kinds of food.
But this one is more cultural, I think. It's that every country we have things like a goodness, things like that. It's not necessarily about who you know. It's apply, and then look at your CV. Then everyone has a chance. If you're good, you're good. Yes, there's a degree of who you know helping as well, a network. But I think sometimes here it can get a little bit too much. Sometimes, again, I've not worked in a lot of places in Ghana, so I don't know. But that's the general feel. It's all about who you know. To be on your qualified crowd, maybe I know which money. And you're careful, and the problem pa. Right? Only me juman stone ho. Na or sage man, but only person sage man.
Because only idea, yeah.
Exactly. Now, obi so ha. Once you be like say, on who say being for a different club in put that. On who anything be a different place. So, be about the ideas. But to me, I think the key one is if Nippon is good, let the person do their job.
Yeah.
And that's key. It's always very important. So wages are very important. How much are we paying people?
Yeah, very, very important. How do you? People pretend to pay, we also pretend to work.
That's a good one. That's a very good one.
That's a quote from former President Kufuor.
Okay.
Yeah, people pretend to work, we also pretend to pay. But I'm going to ask a question. I believe into my next line of questioning.
Okay. Were
you born in the UK?
No, Ghana. From Boise, semi-from Boise.
Oh, Adansi.
Yeah, Adansi, yes. Go Fields. Yeah. So growing up, my dad, my papa, Anglo Gold.
Okay.
Okay. And then as a teenager, and then we call UK.
As a teenager?
Yeah.
So, because I'm going to ask you about cultural shocks, work ethics.
Yeah.
How things seems to be faster from where you're coming from, how things are very extremely snail pace slow. Yeah. Of course, before you even get into your ideology of the club and where you want to move the club to, but we now to us. But about a little over a month into the job.
And actually 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
How is it for you?
Oh, it's been good. In a sense, that's like something I always wanted.
Yeah.
See, for me, it's like kind of like a dream come true.
Oh, so you've always wanted to manage as a football?
Yeah, so...
or a football club?
No, it was more hard. It's the only one I've actually ever applied to. When I was like 2017, I think it was. So
before even this,
a long time ago, a very long... So it's been like years and years and years, and now it's happened. So I'm quite happy to be here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And did the first one feel like a rejection?
No, so I look at life a little bit different, Accra. Not necessarily say it's a rejection. It's more of maybe go and learn something, come back, or do one or two things and come back. Or it's not necessarily a rejection. It's more like, okay, what can I do to make myself better for if I had to apply again, kind of situation.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. I mean, it's more what girl be once or bounce. Don't worry. Prepare and come back again. You never know.
7-8 years, but yeah, keep trying.
You never know. But what is your management style, for instance? Where do you want to take the club to? I mean, you're supposed to need you want to get into your mind and see where you want to get the club to.
Oh, so my style is very simple. I think for me, I've seen, and this is what I've seen and I enjoyed. That's what style management, where it's more inclusive. And yet, one person who's at the top, it's like, how do you bring everyone together? So, over the last 3 weeks, the idea has been trying to bring the whole team together. We all work as one.
Okay.
We win together and we lose together, right? And it's not just even the management team. It's more the coaching stuff as well. It's also about the fans. So how do we get everyone united? I mean, that's very important. And so I'm very open. Hey, talk to this person. It's not about the old style where with no, listen to BR. Listen, it's open. Let's all just come together because we all want the best hearts of folk.
Yeah.
We all want to see it be one of the greatest clubs in Africa. That's the same. That's what we want to try and get to, right? And if CDB Kuna we can see. I don't think they're Bobia. And can we all come together? So first of all, mine is let's bring everyone together. Also identify talent within the team. Those who be more sad and quite be on Sedania part of the team. What's going on? How do you get more inclusive? And let's just work together. For me, I'm more about results. It's not about politics. I'm not used to that kind of lifestyle where workplace politics and you're trying to. It's not. It's very simple. We are here to win. We are here to do well. We are here for the results. Into what are the goals? What are we trying to achieve? And how do we get it? Execution. Like, let's really be very open about that. And then we are conway now. We are say now. We are until now. It's more distraction. It's just more noise.
Yeah.
Right. So let's get rid of the noise first and see. I think now we're very, very careful. Like some of the things that come out. Let's keep the noise a little bit lower. I mean, we all have whatever in the house, and now I see my crib. We have a carbon thing. It's not nice. Let's stop the noise. Let's all work together as a team, and then from there, let's see how we're gonna achieve those goals.
How well now unim club across folk na ni would anymore? How well do you know the club?
Oh, very much. I mean, again, Obuasi Goldfields, right? So as about Kumdia, then hey, it's a whole event, it's a whole weekend. So you've known them for a very, very long time. I mean, I'm a football guy as well, so football is basically like my life. I watch, I play every single thing every day for football. So I've known them for a very long time, and to me, it's the biggest club in Ghana, right? So no offense to anyone. I'm just saying, so it's more like you know about the club, you know everything about it. They're very, very good days, and then now we are here, right? So it's good to understand the history, very important. It's good to understand what the fans are doing, what they want, going back and I say, how do we go forward from where we are?
I asked because managing a club like Hazu can be very difficult.
Yeah, I am aware.
Because they've tasted victory and successes for so long. It almost appears, they feel like it's a birthright for them to win games. And managing people like that are just like your club, Manchester United.
I knew that was coming.
I knew that was coming. I knew that shade was coming. I knew it. But it's okay.
So how do you manage situations like that?
It's about the mindset. Let's get to the point of, okay, hey, we are here, we are winners.
Yeah.
First of all, we are winners. So every time we do, how do we win? Right? And again, whether it's social media, and I think social media guys are doing a very good job on recent, like if you look at what's been going on the whole few days ago, right? It's all about we're all here to win. And it's not going to be all because Onimobi and not Debbie. We are here to win. Let's understand, say where we want to try and get to. If you don't have the winning mindset, I don't think so you will last year.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's just a simple truth. Some clubs will have they want to just try and be a feeder club, or they want to just finish mid-table. That's fine. That's not a thing for us where we want to be. And for us, it's very simple. How do we get everyone on the same page, the same goals, and then let's all just really perform. We're here to just work, right? It's not about, let's change the mindset first.
But buy into the club now. I'm sure if, for instance, 10 years ago, how to folk, it's a bit different from that folk today. There's massive infrastructure work going on.
Yeah.
You feel lucky, say, about Tom at this point in time. We say, as a human, I am I mean, is it here now?
Kind of. I think what happens now is there's more data to look at and say, okay, this is what we did in the past.
Yeah.
And you don't need to repeat certain things that didn't work in the past. So we tried this and let's move on. And now, what are the things that we can try, new things that you haven't tried out, right? So it makes it a little bit, easy from that point of view, but it's not necessarily. It's all about, it's a lot of people that you have to work with, and the teams that's all the players. And over the years, how have they changed nowadays? It's again, I think it's more their mindsets. Where do they also want? What are their goals? What are their achievements? Like, be ambitional.
Yeah.
So making sure that it's all aligned. But so far it's been good, and I think for me, the lack is Ouattara. I think that's the lack. In
You head
sense
coach,
of-
you know.
Yes, right. So day one, it's okay, you do football, I'll do management. And it's very important, sir, if they don't necessarily interfere. It's okay, hey, this is your duty, like, because if your football is good, it makes my life easy. If the football didn't quit, then that one there's a different story, right? And that is the easy part where he's able to do all the footballing things, without necessarily. Because right now we're winning. If we need 2 games, then the pressure is even more. Because if you lose now, the fans will come back again. So every game, there's more pressure. Right?
Yeah.
But he's taken on board very, very well, and allowing me to put some of the changes I have as well into the club. So hopefully, the two of us working together, it will kind of stay that way. And again, from Toby's point of view, I think if they want to try and achieve here, he's here, right? So it's kind of forcing us all to say, do better and do more, right? And it's been so far kind of like easy me into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We come about Ouattara, no? And I said it earlier, the infrastructure bit brilliant, but on the field of play, where do you want to take the club in terms of the quality of material, in terms of the quality of football, the competitions you play? What's the vision for the football side?
Again, Ouattara is good in the sense of he's seen it before, he's done it before. So from our point of view, let's say we want to win the Champions League, right? He's done it before. And I say he knows the whole process, he knows the quality, the standard. You won't win by not playing well. So again, the style of football that we want to play, we're attacking. Again, there's this whole ta switch, where it's like Ouattara football. And it kind of speaks to what we want to do. So very, very attack-minded, play very good football, score a lot of goals, right? And again, he understands the standard. So that side is, and I think people can see. I go and watch the games, the training games, I watch all the games, and I get excited because I see, okay, at least we're making the right sort of passes, the tactics. You can clearly see there's a plan. Into that level, there's very, very kind of easy for me. Let me. He's doing a good job for me. He's really taking a lot of pressure off, right?
Yeah.
So
football's like that. We win 1 game, 2 games per. The pressure goes off.
Yeah,
but the problem is the consistency.
Yes. We have this is the second half of the season, right? As long as he keeps winning, my job is easy. he's the one that's handling more of the pressure right now, and he's doing a very good job. So it's a great job.
You think he's the right man for the job in terms of where you want to see the club?
Oh, the experience. The guy's CV is impressive. What he's achieved, what he has done. Totally. I would even, if anything, I should be asking him for more okay, so what should we do in terms of football-wise? And but football-wise, he's brilliant, and he knows and he's done a lot.
I enjoy listening to him or hitting all the right chord. Or say team, the supporters need their Mumra Stadium, Mumra. Forget the board, no more Mumra. And I'm like, I could be a politician.
but he is right. He's right.
Yeah.
Think about Man United.
Yeah.
We have been frustrated with the Glazers.
But they are there.
But we are there. Every time they were there. Every time they are there. And I think it's the same thing. Right now, you can see the steps being taken by, and you can see things are going in the right direction. Just come and support us. That's all.
But let me say this general question, for instance. There's one thing that clubs be brave have. Of course, revenue, finance, a major part of it. But one of the ways to mitigate the losses, transfers.
Okay.
How you be taught, of course, as a manager of the club, letting your price assets go for a few thousands of dollars, and also balancing your books. Fans in a percent plan it now. Or Bobon or Shego, for instance. Let me use this player as an example. Hamza. He's winning the hearts and minds of the supporters.
Yeah.
Now, Zamalek makes an offer of $500,000 for the young chap. Player exodus is a major. What's your view on one of the biggest problems of our football? And what do you think should be done to deal with Sani Amano? Do you think that because it's a business, you have to let the player go, find another player? What's the view on that?
I think it would be quite naive of me if I don't accept that as being part of football. Players come in, players go, right? But the club stays, right? And it's something that we'll have to sit and talk, discuss. If an offer comes in, an offer is good, what do we do? Because, yes, you're right. You'll be listening to someone who'll be scoring your goals for the money. When the time comes, I think we'll sit and we'll talk and we'll discuss. But it is part of football. It happens at every club. I think we have to just understand if as we are seeing right now, Real Madrid came and said they want Hamza, right? What will you do? We have to sort of sit there and then discuss everything and just say, okay, hey, well, we'll look at it.
Okay. But how do we go around it? Not just one player, but the issue of raising revenue through player sales.
Oh, that's why we have the academy as well, right? So you need to make sure all the time there's someone who is kind of like a shadow or is in the background for that person.
Yeah.
And if you manage it well, right, then one person goes, but then there's someone who's there ready to sort of take the position. It's also giving people a chance in the academy. If not, then will be in free academy member first team.
Yeah.
Right. And same we say, equally, we can also then take the money and also buy someone who can also come and do the same job.
Yeah.
Right. Clubs do it all the time. Brighton and all the players, clubs. It's something that we need to learn. Right. The commercial side of football is something that we have to kind of pay attention to. And again, so from my point of view, if you are yes and we're not very intentional about it, when the time comes, I will find ourselves wondering.
Yeah. Be intentional, no. In regard, talent ID, putting a scouting structure together to find this player. Because last weekend, Saturday, we share more junior team, Alajo.
Okay.
I was amazed. I think Dombote is doing a very good job. Very, very good job. Mone a Newtown youth. It was one of the games I'm sure I managed because the talent I saw in that team, amazing. But how then do you continue to make sure say you are getting the best young talent into your fold and not losing them to maybe probably Right to Dream or any of those big boys in the youth development sector?
Yeah, so again, that's when the contracting part comes in. How do you make sure say we have someone our bet now for the next few years and we can develop the talent and everything else. But I'm sure those things are there that we have been discussing. But from my point of view as well, there has to be a way between the junior team and the senior team. So they know, so if someone is injured or sold, it will give me a chance to play. I mean, that's how Rashford came, right? Let's not talk about Rashford. But again, that's the whole idea, is it be Konebiaba, right? And from that point of view, the coaches are working on that. Again, Watara knows, and he's very structured in that sort of sense. How many probably he wants in the first team, how many he wants here, how many... very, very carefully thought about. And again, you start to sort of see these changes come through as well.
Okay. Therefore, the new house MD, how to folk MD, Delali Anku-Adiamah, and the AD and Como, no. Now, any with me at the. Okay. All right. We has one the message name, Papa. I'm feeling brutal. Pinto Nene, chapter 64, guys. No sending Papa. So we are loving the show. I know there are some innovations that were started out there, but the Osuvian party, how is it coming through?
Yeah, so we're not trying to have these, what we call the fan watch zone or the fan zones, where, let's say right now, you're caught even weekend, one of them, and then at least, we say fans need to come together, right? It's a different experience with football as a group than a Bia Unkwa. The idea is, say, in your corner, you come together and watch the games in these sort of places that we know, say, we can have a few like merchandise, we can go down to t-shirts, and jerseys near day. And then also, you can even be there and you can have, you never know, maybe someone might turn up that a very nice guest. But the idea is that we want to try and get collectively, say, Unyamba together, sing the songs. Let's retake back Accra. That's this is our city,
But the decision to play in Kumasi, for instance, I force him hand now because this is a home game. You've won 2 games. If this game is in Accra, just a numbers number and of course, in the finance of the club. Going to Kumasi, how do you feel as the MD of the club, busting the team all the way to Kumasi to play a home game? The first time I made decision on forbidden Kumasi. Unfortunately for them, could lose so much.
So it's not ideal. I mean, let's call a spade. But we equally understand. Say we don't have a stadium. Yeah. And see, one of my things is, okay, how do we maybe try and get that? But at the same time, Africa Games is happening. We can't just also not, say that we're going to make too much noise about it because it is what it is, right? As a country, we also support in African Games. And see, it goes well for Ghana, right? And see, that one day we have to accept. The bad part, obviously, is the whole traveling, and it's your home game. You want to have your fans around you. You want to see numbers go up and up and up. But unfortunately, that's what's happening right now. And see, when the games are over and then we come back out, then we'll start to say, okay, this was happening. Hopefully by then we'd have won a few more games, and then we're kind of like at the where we want to be in terms of position-wise in the league.
Okay. Pinto from chapter 64, Kramo or center line, topo. Say, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
But I say, please tell him to talk less, but rather let the results on and off the field do the talking for him. Welcome to the glorious Accra folk. We need someone or the Eba, a lot more messages Eba, and I'll find time to read them on the show for you. But football without rivalry is no rivalry.
Yes.
Do you think it's a dying rivalry?
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, it's still the two bigger ones. It's still there. And again, over here, social media, it tells us that it's still very much alive. And even if say a quarter and corner, it's up to us now to even revive the whole rivalry as well. It's very important for football. It's important for the fans. You know, to have that banter going. And see, that one there, we know who our rivals are. Both local and again in different regions. Yes, but it's good for the football.
It's good for the football.
Oh yeah, of course.
When you say has a tradition be one G League, no so to go crown mope.
To be fair, it means a lot to me. It's very important. Yes.
All right. So what? We has Ikuno.
Oh,
has Ikuno. Oma command duty no for to crash with the one who sa. Has Ikuno. But what can we also do to revive the rivalry?
Stadium.
The banters, the argument. What did it me?
It's very again. Stadium is very important. Before the games, how do we promote these games? You know how you talk about the whole history, you can show some of the games, market it well. Right? That's what we want to try and focus on, the whole marketing of our games, and especially the big ones, making it quite important so people come and watch that game. Right? Because it's like it's entertainment at the end of the day. If you don't put a good show, I'll be on my head. And the way you can't wait, no way you can't wait, a boy.
Obviously, can say Fantini and then can Fantini more.
Oh, me can Fantini more. Oh, Fantini can Fantini. Fantini easy for. It's here special. The whole Fantini just changes. Oh, Fantini okay. Me can Fantini. So open Fantini there we can speak.
I'm saying for Fantini.
Okay, Martin. Me can Fantini.
I think Bakoswa, you say modern football, airborne where TV right issues, TV production. How then do you also want to maximize that avenue? So I know there's a TV right holder for the Premier League already. Are you going to have a conversation on how to also help promote home games?
Yeah, so I think I've already been to Star Times.
Okay.
They already have the rights. And over the time, we'll talk a bit more about how we can do to try and maximize, revenue for, Star Times, obviously for the teams as well. It's very important because most countries, they make money from the rights, right, the TV rights. And I think the deal's already been signed, but what little things that they can do to try and make sure that the teams also get enough money, because I think Hearts and Kotoko games are live.
Almost all of them.
And the other ones, how can they also try and increase the numbers and kind of help? But again, we've already started conversations we'll work on it.
Okay. All right, minute has MD and AD and Komono. We say, hey, Charlie, we dear. I don't write me that. Do you feel like you say I'll buy an edis of a board? And I'll buy an edis of a board?
Lucky is a very strong, interesting word. Okay, so what I'll say to that is, I think it's been coming for a long time. So whether it happened this year or even the past years or even next year, we knew that was coming.
Yeah.
My focus was how do we get a football right? So if you focus on the football, the board is about governance. Right?
Yeah.
Let the management deal with that. For us and the fans, it's how do we play good football? How do we keep winning games? How do we do the right things on the pitch? So let's focus on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't want to get into the board politics?
I told you, I'm all about results. Okay. Right? Politics can be a bit more, sometimes a bit distracting, but what's actually, how do we get 3 points? Right now, how do we get 3 points on Sunday? Right? That's my focus. It's one game at a time. And it's all about how do we keep winning.
Yeah. But the principal actors are the players on the field of play. Is player welfare something you're looking at? And what's your, we need a soul and I say we need your vision in the area of player welfare?
So it's about the footballers, right? I think if we focus on them and what their welfare and why.
Yeah.
So they're human being saying right? And to say if he's not happy about the salary, happy about this and this, you'll be better near there. And the idea is okay, how do you make them the stars of the show? Right? It's about footballers and about the fans. So if we focus on those now, I think it will be okay. I think, and again, you start to see some of the changes, and again, I'm sure they've probably been talking about this themselves, but slowly want to try and make sure it's okay, move to our new, like, Pobyman Place complex, for example. They will start to have more better access to the facilities, the identity. It will come. It's about time.
All right. You didn't come for a very interesting comment. We basically say, now, I told you,
Okay.
And the those here high sensor, your bow chimney television, refrigerator, chest freezer, air conditioner. Now so unim say your laser TV, gas cooker, washing machine, smartphone, sound system, water dispenser, microwave, blender, rice cooker, kettle, iron, air fryer, kakrabim ponono. So to adie ewa yeho. In few numuntem, se hote chema, ne friyania. Fabra, yensiesi amawa, yabese sama. Se so the high sense showrooms no, ebu organa fanenina. Inti bibina opa toa, wana eko, neko jodie, ebi one cry, tama, kumasi, takrade, takwa, mankesim, obuase, sunyane, techima, tamale, hohoi, kofodia, ebuone da fomboko, edemao. Si yaka high sensor, ni yechre die echeno, die ye papano, die ensenyi na mkaniano, die feno, ne ya befono. Bibina openchrimua, freye, 0302-550000. Anakwa abefo nansentinta aniso. Ubenye highsense.com.gh. Yewo Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any YouTube so. And also shoshe High Sense Ghana. High Sense, the name was so be abotom. Enono.
All right, yeah, told you in the life on Happy 98.9 FM. Comment to be making kind. Oh, you made so Nana Adams. So say, why is the MD still okay? We mean kind, but for me. But my loan mommy. Nah, me kind of subscribe live on our Facebook page. Abraphobia. I say, in fact, I'm enjoying the conversation. Super fantastic MD. We will give him our maximum support. Phobia, the Continental Club Masters referee. Abraphobia ho and all the ways so no. They are back Jumedino so. A clear Baltimore Lampard, I say we can has fast more now. What keep saying? Canadian can we found by but has fans should support the new MD with the Assembly Pantima kind. Baltimore Lampard, no. See, more support MD no. He will deliver. And on the abano and Timmy kind for man no. Kwame Owusu Eduwiso about so what about Salifu's contract? Have they come to an agreement? But the question of Ubisa was a player contract. Salifu and China kono di bury na motimi no aka awia ne sa na.
Again, this is internal, but we are looking at all the contracts in here. Just give us time.
Okay. All right. We say junior team, for instance, what's the plan for the junior team in terms of technical direction?
Oh, so right now I see they're playing games, they're training, and it's not just them also, the female team as well. And again, they're all being looked after. And I think the time is to try and have a process they can move from one to the other and just develop their talent.
Levi Tako say, please tell the MD that he should try and convince StarTimes to telecast most of their matches in the night. The players are going to give out their best for him to achieve the goals. Night football. So we are a bonus Krumhano.
It's true. But GPL now, I think that's on them now. It's StarTimes, GPL. It's not just one club.
Yeah.
It's somebody said in a set okay, how do we improve?
Yeah.
So it's not just one club.
Yeah, but for Hasfuki, are fortunate because home grounds, for instance, or floodlight.
Yeah.
Some of the venues can argue that they don't have floodlight, so they can't play night football. But more, and you stand to benefit more because of the fan base that more one. It's something you would want to lead in terms of conversation.
So we've actually asked, right? But again, it's not just about one club. Until we don't have much choice. But again, it's about how do we get more money into clubs to make sure that they have all the same or similar infrastructure.
Yeah.
So then everything is that the standard is brought up together, and then they're very important.
Okay. What's up with Phobia for Life?
It's ongoing. I mean, we even talked about it yesterday, and it's something that we are very keen to try and make sure that we get it right.
Possible as if PB, no, so was that question, and no. Don Richie, you say, ask him why they always sign players on 2 and 3 year contract and not 5.
And you're that simple, so it's not that simple. No, think about it again, revenue, again, in and out, financial position of the club. It's not just one factor. Yeah.
Bra Rich, or say, when is Has going for preseason outside the country?
Mate.
Me jack questions about entry Nyami Emmanuel. So Togbe's interest is how an MD would be able to bring finances to the club. Is he in good position to fulfill that part? I'm sure he's talking about sponsorship and revenues.
Oh, we are working on that as well. I think we've seen something that we can commercialize, and things that we have currently, and then we want to try and build on it until again time and you will start to see these sort of things come in.
Edwin Tete, or say Edwin Tete Pinto. Ask him that Akambi Odote and Yahoo interfere in his work. But just a board, there's no board.
There's no board. There's no board.
There's no board.
Yes.
But I'm sure you've heard some of the very funny comments and interesting comments from people. How do you take it?
The past is the past. Let's move on. I think if we're not careful, then we're also doing the same thing of dwelling on the past and talking about the same thing and amplifying a problem, maybe financial than a problem. Let's kind of move on from.
Okay. Commenting there, bar and bar say okay. Oh, the best junior and marking kind be no. Oh, Jumediano. So, but we saw Kotoko play against ASEC.
Yes.
Just a few days ago, and the general conversation is look, the quality of football we play here, and then the rest of our neighbors, top teams, anchor some 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they no rocky shoulders, they're bono. It's way above us. Yeah. How then do we close the gap? I know, for instance, in 2000, Hassan Esperance Bois, the gap was at par. But Ali Bahai Womo, as a gap, what do we do to close that gap with the best on the continent?
I think that's where we started from. The infrastructure is very important. So, back then, they didn't have training pitches, they were training at the beach. Now, it's all very, very way. Be out there. Right? There are different training grounds, craft for different. To be a day before we play a game, maybe you train here, right? To get used to be at the grounds. If you don't think about these things, you'll be catchy. And the tech side of things as well. So they train, they wear these wearable like tech where you can tell your heartbeats, how far you run. They use all of that. So they have the data. Yeah. And then what about us, right? We are going apart. They're more corner. These are things that we don't have money, you can't do, right? He's also investing in the whole infrastructure, in the whole technology, in the sports science. The science behind what they're doing now, we are not. You say medicals. It's a lot bigger than what we currently have, and because they have money and we don't. In Tienko Pesca, near Senyebi.
Yeah. Tienko Pesca na. Escaping easy, sir.
Quite idea for the
But a few interactions with, I'm sure you've had conversation with corporate Ghana. Why is it so difficult for corporate Ghana to come into football? Elsewhere, it is the same people now. Investments, running clubs,
Yes.
But as a Baha, corporate Ghana to baby, and football so yet baby, one of be no amount few thousands be. Well, how then do we get them to appreciate the area, and help us get to the next level?
So, from their point of view, it's a business. You say, you pay 100 cities, 200. That one is fine. But so, Ocho check 5 million, 10 million. There has to be a business, right? Like Obenya Denifio.
Yeah.
And you say you can't convince them, say, you get these benefits. Over there, they do it very, very well. Everything is by numbers.
Yeah.
If you sponsor Manchester United every year, 1 billion people will see your logo. It's very, very clear. Then you give the money to them. It's marketing, right? And I think something we also need to do. And to see, again, being intentional about the commercial side of football.
Yeah.
Identify where the opportunities are, and we just try and capitalize on it. Because I'm sure the money is there, but they don't know how, and they're not convinced enough yet. Until we have to go and convince them to invest in football.
So what is not going to be no more about to kakra? I said they've been away. As a motive baby, na hard clubs baby. If you are yaw, if you have the lack of silverware, if you are into kwana koso, how are you? What then are we here to bring all of them together to support the club? How to folk? I mean, last time Kumasi, and you remember to Krana, I want to be. How don't you get that excitement back into the club?
For me, it's about bringing everyone together. Saying everything about together, so they forget issues here and there. It's about House of Folk.
Yeah.
It's about the club, it's about the fans. Being everybody together, first of all. So my door's open. I've listened to a lot of fans. I have listened to a lot of people. The NCC. Again, it's about how we all work together, because Ibia, in the past, Ibia not way. No, let's all come together. Football in the middle. House of Folk. This is it. And you know, no will be any day, no will see any derby. Everybody together, and okay, how do we best get to the top?
But Vincent and Amayo, what's the brain behind it? Is it something that Mobile the baby are away?
Yeah, so I think more for away games. Sebia, they can also come out in their numbers to come and support the club. Into the identity, we'll have a few around. We're starting with the Osu one, Osu Gardens. So I think it's called 5 days.
I'm also probably I'll check in. Okay, traffic light also.
Traffic light, yes.
It's on your way to the Castle Road. On your right, space be or wide, be or I think it's last time for me, Banabia bomb was Fridays.
Fridays, yes.
Okay.
But it's from Osu Gardens.
Osu Gardens.
I think Google, I think it's Osu Gardens.
Okay.
Timoko, then every weekend, with your family, just go and watch it.
It's really giant screen this year.
Yes.
Nobody giving up my support.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a good innovation. That's a good one. 2022 now, what to me about Hono games no. That's a really good one. MD one supposedly a chibe brain, my mom so remember now.
Sure.
And Chairman for the first time no matter MD in can live on Happy 90.9 FM. I'm for tap interview now come out. Most only people drive say or any be line and be line. 0551563916 na yes you in Timon ka dem wo edema new MD no so we didn't be have free. Well, ain't you?
I'm in John with you now. I'm in time support the house the bar and the institutions. Mr. Oduke and Mr. Kambi. The thing is a new board, yeah. Omuba for me, Omuba man, don't go with me, can't tell Oduke and Mr. Kambi on the table. If you
As a way, AGM as some other members and so be Yanwa. But just say, because say, old board members will be some back. A new body more.
Mpacho with the meaning.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, sure. All right, Mr. Odin, be free.
You never put me.
Care about my number has phone in free.
I answer has, yeah, boys, yeah. It's part of Ghana football. And once you know Ghana football, you did that. The has MD studio there. I was telling some friend, let me try imagine.
Okay, you inquire.
I think Wakasa be great, and I'm urging all Heart of Folk supporters to say, I want to support the new MD because we share in seminar of priority. Actually, Ghana, I mean, our idea is great. The maximum, no one more than supporters, no. Because we are saying, coach, you about too much, so many this point, yeah. And I mean, so it's not samba. You know, some cost to start winning and of the page infrastructure or more anything. And also the ideas. Then your mind would be go from my team now for any man. I mean, also folk now, any more 2,000 airban. On better, I history. That's all.
Mr. Midasi Kawad Lampard, where could Joe a year soon was impressed with the Hearts MD. Wish him well. Some time passed. Now it was Nana Ponsa at Kotoko, but Kotopunia Ferry. Mr. Rivalry of every. Udem? Kujabra in you.
I even am a boy, MD Abasu.
wakasa yie paa ma yɛn support ni agye ne ho yie paa yɛn so support bi a ho bi a yɛde support no sɛ bɛyɛ a wobɛtumi aboa ama house folk yɛn kunimdi a na yɛdi ne first time ka abo house folk di a na nka kunimdi na chat so yɛde bɛka na chi ama saa kunimdi na ba na deɛ meka kyerɛ no sɛ yɛn supporters ne deɛ yɛn win bonus bi yɛn win bonus na sɛ team no ɛbɛgye cars na de ade ɛbɛwin ama nti wabai ɛkwan bi ɔbɛfa so ɔbɛboa ama team na kɔnkan na win na aba house folk no ɛna ɛbɛboa ama yɛn supporters na ni ade na so far so good about 2 matches every 2 matches yɛbɛsɛ no sɛ performance ne nto asa ne has to baabi a mpɛmpɛ so ane nka eduru a yɛtumi league ɛto assist no sam mpɛmpɛ so ntumi go do ne nsa nkɔ Africa bi ne nsa nkɔ kɔnka Africa na bibia nkɔnka na ne gye emra has to team da na se be Benjamin Star has to support the team. Bye bye.
All right, bye. That's also fair na odi nkomo. But what did you have free? Ajana tu yanko.
Oni benya yabada wase ene adwuma pa odeso o my Ghana. Oni benya maminchia mi bra Mr Delali Anku studio. Katia ni say the personality is very nice to lead House of Folk. After the young country House of Folk say omunya potre na sebi a process winning cup no a process a gidi a very gentleman na obetumi aboa House of Folk. That's your mission say the petroleum committee and you say 999 dia 999 e abotre so we need no the kaka papa we are and what to buy papa 5 million don't make sure that you protect him because after we need that for the Africa and again the one about the petroleum committee
yo Mr. Medase no inshallah we submit my friend actually I don't know what you on 0551563916 Mr. Odin be a favor Udem
Mediani Adam is a Mr. Auto Sankodia. Yeah, Papa Toby. And as a part of phobia, near me, Naja, waiting to fly. Or did you have to have phobia? You see the unique giver. Yes, sir, Pastor. Oh, yeah, you go to home. Phobia fans in Japan, I'm Casanati. Anything, and I say, winning bonus, and I say, you have to win it. When I'm now, my particular house. Ghana, you get. Remember more. Oh, Africa games, a course of Ghana. I don't do it in the market. I mean, if you move it too. Now, if I give it a course of I said, oh, I say, yeah, and Mugasiva, and Mugasiva, Yambompa, I don't do it without it. Because
you, Mr. Medasa, or fair, Jumadi, so Mr. Subit, my friend, actually, oh, Jumadi, so I'm so didn't be a favor.
Mr. Wahini Pena Bampo,
when you call
on my Jumanache, said MD. And has folk I had my chain. Yeah, Charman, why?
Okay.
Can you never flat for why?
Because the Koniko has near than for
because of Odote and I can't be, I saw a flat for now.
Or Parson can say, eh, Juma.
Oh, MD not the for the team the other day. Edma, son is also here. Or by yourself, or by Pama can be no 10 and then there. The press have a good Chimo. Yaman on the Catrano. So by another sort of Pama, I can be no there. Only the Chamungo baby. What do I say? It's like Mando by Abena, which a very cost. Tebestra organizers, no more money sense for because we say central and a document mood by me incoming president. Any minister, and one of my book from Harman, any minister in Ghana. Or just supporting a bomb. The two major German and a Digua. I never go for this protocol. Or say the boy in because in Yajumai and our man and me and Tumpo. Brena, and I'll say.
Miss Sumidas, I mean, shall say, or afraid you made a so. Let me show pa, let me show him for a community and Sabine County. So, did you have a free? Yeah, madam.
Yeah, Medina Champagne phobia. I mean, happy as my teeth when I'm on board. Yes, no, every time I see the come up. Yeah, me can say, I say, Ivory Coast for who's after. After who's here, beginning of the tournament, and your man and good Ivory Coast. Emma, Omoya demonstrated you couple to 12 reds in your manema. But yes, no, I started African games in your one and Kuyaka. This no, you say, Yoma pick up. It's no, as the done as the minister, no. I mean, or Ministry of Sports. Someone your bomb, or the bias, someone got to say, no, you didn't know if you have someone that says, no, you have someone yet. If you don't want in this uncle for no, as a more your Mokata. I have a new Guatemala, Omone, the Comodini Rebo.
I mean, I say, well, free from American to Phobia member, I say, me make kebi papa. Phobia.
Oh, he bring a bumpo.
And now 167 New York is saying bros.
Oh, bros boko, New York, bros boko.
My free papa ye bruta.
Oh, free papa. Get over to Ruro, so a few in a bra.
Twasu. Kawas of the call.
Okay, I'm saying, let me follow. I don't know me follow MD no. MD memo kwaba. Have a juma na. Yeah, ready say no be juma. Nemum. Yen MD aba, MD beko, MD beba, MD beko. Ese team biano, yen supporters in the team. MD team yen supporters in the team. So we are sutie. Now tie supporters. For no, a form for the same phobia member, no, a form for no. No tie supporters. Asamba, Obecha House of Folk. House of Folk, never hono, a Ghana Rama, the team game was to House of Folk, Ghana. Omoma Kadian, Nanem Naneke. And then, House of Folk, a big team, oh Ghana. Ye 2 players, ye pay division 2 players, division 3 players, ye prepare a public. Ye compete league na ye ball league ya so House of Folk the league na say o di second any ye hwehwe pobi ma mu be ye any ade mbe yin fine e good but it no so no man sha MD was so munton into what ba say division 2 division 3 players no House of Folk supporters say can tell say ye hia brenya wenya ko boye djuma me da say
wenya ko pontra mi chia bi na na ene eye KOG no bibia mo eye
or Town Square or
KOG for Town Square no ade what dey you can say to MD I'm sure if from buy na only abedi nkomo suppose say omo that sell buy we see me the final one na minister mu sin na ben everybody na how's you know if we man susu no we baptize no there's one thing keep you one yen share ewo Kumase ana say osu gardens na yen hwe match no omne bofokwa tano first leg no mo show omo she has tomorrow na yen support na enye kama
Phobia.